Hi everyone. Today in this session we'll discuss about one more concepts in basics of organic chemistry, that is isomerism. In previous classes we have discussed about electron displacement effects and also reactive intermediates. In this sessions we'll discuss about isomerism. This is the first session of isomerism. Isomerism means it's nothing but compounds with the same molecular formula and differ in their physical and chemical properties due to their difference in structures or due to their difference in spatial arrangement. And those compounds are called as isomers, and the phenomenon involved in this process is called as isomerism. So isomerism is nothing but compounds with same molecular formula. Compounds with same molecular formula. Compounds with same molecular formula and differ in their physical and chemical properties. Compounds with same molecular formula and differ in their physical and chemical properties are called isomers. And the phenomenon is called isomerism. And the phenomenon is called isomerism. What is the definition of isomerism? Compounds with same molecular formula and differ in their physical and chemical properties are called isomers, and the phenomenon is called as isomerism. Okay, so here why these compounds, otherwise why these isomers have different physical and chemical properties? It may be due to their difference in structures, otherwise difference in spatial arrangements mainly. So that we can divide this isomerism into two types. Broadly, we can divide this into two types. Here, types of isomerism I am writing. Types of isomerism. Types of isomerism. Here, broadly into two types. One is the structural isomerism. One is structural isomerism. Second one is the stereo isomerism, otherwise called as spatial isomerism. Again, this structural isomerism is of different types. Here I am writing different types of isomers, structural isomers. One is chain isomerism. Second one is position isomerism. Third one is functional isomerism. Then fourth one, metamerism. Then tautomerism. Tautomerism. Then next one is the ring chain isomerism. Ring chain isomerism. Structural isomerism of different types. First one is chain isomerism, then position isomerism, functional isomerism, metamerism, tautomerism, then ring chain isomerism. They are the different types of structural isomerism. And in stereoisomerism, here also mainly two types I am writing. One is conformational. One is conformational isomerism. Other one is configurational isomerism. Configurational. Configurational isomerism. Generally, this conformational isomerism is present in alkanes, otherwise due to free rotation of carbon-carbon single bond. Generally, it is present in alkanes. In alkanes, we'll discuss that. And configurational isomerism, This is again of two types. Let us second, right? One is geometrical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism. Other one is optical isomerism. Optical isomerism. Geometrical isomerism, otherwise called as cis-trans isomerism. It's also called as cis-trans isomerism. This is about classification. First of all, isomerism means what? Compounds with same molecular formula and differ in their physical and chemical properties are called as isomers. And the phenomenon involved here is isomerism. This isomerism of broadly two types. One is structural isomerism, other one is stereoisomerism. Structural isomerism means same thing here. Compounds with same molecular formula and differ in their physical and chemical properties due to difference in their structures. Is nothing but structural isomerism. Stereoisomerism means same as this. Compounds with same molecular formula and differ in their physical and chemical properties is due to difference in spatial arrangement of atoms or groups. Is nothing but stereoisomerism or spatial isomerism. And here in structural isomerism, again, how many types are there? One is chain isomerism, then position isomerism, functional isomerism, metamerism, tautomerism, then ring chain isomerism. And in stereoisomerism, again you have two types. One is the conformational isomerism, then configurational isomerism. Configurational isomerism is again of two types. One is geometrical isomerism, then optical isomerism. These are the different types of isomerism. Again, we'll discuss one by one. First, we'll discuss about structural isomerism. After completion of all these types in structural isomerism, we'll go to stereo isomerism. It may take maybe 10 sessions, I think. Here, first we'll discuss about structural isomerism. Then after one by one, we'll discuss in stereo isomerism also. Okay. Then first we'll discuss now about structural isomerism. Structural isomerism. In structural isomerism, first thing is chain isomerism. First, we'll discuss about chain isomerism. After completion of that, one by one, like position isomerism, then functional isomerism, one by one, we'll discuss. First, here is structural isomerism. Structural isomerism. Structural isomerism means compounds with the same molecular formula. Compounds with the same, otherwise we can say identical, same molecular formula, MF. MF is nothing but molecular formula. Compounds with same molecular formula and differ in their structures. Differ, differ in their structures or called as structural isomers or called as structural isomers. And the phenomenon is called structural isomerism. Structural isomerism is the definition. Then in this first one, here I am writing chain isomerism. Chain isomerism. Examination point of view, here examples are important. For all these isomers or isomerism, particular examples, they give different combinations, and we have to, by seeing that different combinations, we have to select the given compound is the chain isomer or position isomer, tautomer, or any structural. Same thing for stereoisomerism also. Okay, here chain isomerism. What is the definition of chain isomerism? First thing is same for all. Here, what you have tried? Change in it is due to here up to here compounds with same molecular formula and differ in their chains. Means root word. You know what is root word? Meet, eth, probe, but, pend. All these are root words. There is a difference in root words. Chain length is nothing but it is due to only root words. So here compounds with same molecular formula in differ in their chain lengths are called as chain isomers, and the phenomenon is called as chain isomerism. Here simply I am writing compounds. Which compounds? The organic compounds. Compounds with identical MF. MF is molecular formula, and differ the chain length. Differ in the chain length are called as chain isomers, and the phenomenon is called as chain isomerism. Here first important thing is here C1, then C2, then C3. C1, C2, C3 in the sense it is nothing but one carbon containing alkanes, otherwise organic compounds, two carbon containing organic compounds, or three carbon containing organic compounds will not show chain isomerism. It is not possible to change the chain. So that here one carbon means methane, then ethane, then propane. For this, no chance for no possibility for chain isomers. For these, no chain isomers are possible. No chain isomers. No chain isomers are possible. Why no chain isomers are possible? Because by taking one carbon, it is not at all possible to change the chain. Only one carbon. Two carbons also, ethane only. Three carbons, we can't change the chain length. But four carbons onwards. So four carbon. First example I am giving C4H10. C4H10. This is the butane. This is butane. For this, we can write chain isomers. Here, sometimes they ask question with respect to how many chain isomers are possible for this. There is no particular formula for this. We have to try, and we have to write different compounds. Trial and error. How many compounds are possible for the same molecular formula? You have to write with different chain lengths. See, for this, I am writing 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons chain. This is N-butane. I am filling, now we have to fill up hydrogens. Here carbon valence NO4. Here only one bond is present. Remaining three valences are with hydrogens. See H3 I am writing here. H2 here I am writing. H2 here I am writing, because already here one bond, here one bond. It requires only two hydrogens. One hydrogen is nothing but one valency. Here, because hydrogen is monovalent atom. Here only one bond is there, it requires three hydrogens. So this is the N-butane. N-butane means normal butane or straight chain butane. Here root word is but, means 4 carbon chain. For the same, we can write one more. The first one. Second, we can write like this. C, 3 carbons. And one more carbon I am writing here. All terminal carbons will take 3 hydrogens. See here, 3 hydrogens. Here 1, 2, 3 bonds are present. It requires only one hydrogen. Here only one bond is present. Here 3 hydrogens. Here also 3 hydrogens. See, it also has same molecular formula. This is the molecular formula. Compounds with same molecular formula. See 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons. Then how many hydrogens are present? 3 hydrogens. Here 2. 5 plus 2. 7 plus 3. 10. 10 hydrogens. See, just observe this compound. How many carbons are present? 1, 2, 3, 4. Total number of carbons are 4. C4. And how many hydrogens? Here 3 hydrogens. 1, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 3, 10. 10 hydrogens. But what is the name of this compound? This is called as 2-methyl. 1, 2, 3. You can read numbering from either this side or that side, because we are getting same number for this methyl group. So this is 2-methyl. 2-methyl. It is propane. 2-methyl propane. So here what is the root word? Pro. But molecular formula is same, but root word is different. Otherwise chain length is different. So that these two are comes under chain isomers. Molecular formula same, but there is a different chain length. In this 4 carbons containing chain, here only 3 carbons containing chain. So here this is not comes under parental chain. This is branch. Should not consider this branch. 1, 2, 3. Here 4. Otherwise, we can say isobutane. It is common name. Isobutane. What is the other name of this? You can say isobutane. This is a common name. Isobutane. This is the first example. For butane, otherwise for C4H10, how many chain isomers are possible? How many means 2. 2 chain isomers are possible. Similarly, here I am taking one more example. It is C5H12. C5, I am taking H12, another example. C5H12, this is pentane. This is pentane. This pentane. For this, first I am writing one form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbons are written in one line, and here this carbon requires 3 hydrogens. This carbon require here one bond, here bond. So 2 valence is already there. So 2 more hydrogens I am writing. Here also it requires 2 hydrogens. Here also it requires 2 hydrogens. 3. This is N pentane. N pentane it is. Then second thing is I am writing 4 carbons only in straight chain, so that it is butane. But one carbon, see total how many carbons are there? 5. So one carbon I am writing here. Then fill up hydrogens now. Here 3 hydrogens, 1, 2, 3. Here it requires only one hydrogen. Here it requires 2 hydrogens. It requires 3. Here also 3. So what is the name of this compound? It is 2-methyl 2-methyl butane. See what is the root word here? Here root word is pent. Here root word is but. So that 1 and 2, these two are chain isomers. For the same, we can write one more. Third compound I am writing here. 1, 2, 3. 3 carbons I am writing here. One carbon above here, one carbon below. So here it is CH3. Here also CH3. Here also CH3. At this middle carbon, 4 bonds are present, so that it does not require any hydrogen. So here CH3. So total how many? 5 carbons are there. Just once observe. Basic thing is there should be same or identical molecular formula. Same molecular formula is there or not? That is the basic thing. If same molecular formula is not there, then it is not comes under isomer. It is not comes under isomerism. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 9 plus 3, 12 hydrogens. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 carbons, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12 hydrogens. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at all carbon atoms there are 3 hydrogens. 4 carbons are there, 4 into 3, 12 hydrogens. C5H12. So what is the name of this compound? If you write name 1, 2, 3, propane it is. But 1, 2 on second carbon 2 methyl groups are present. So that what we can write here I am writing 2 comma 2 dimethyl. 2 methyl groups are there. So 2 comma 2 dimethyl propane. This is IUPAC name. So here root word is pro. Here root word is but. Here root word is pent. So here we have 3 isomers. 3 chain isomers are possible for C5H12. C4H10 only 2. C5H12 3. Like that we can write isomer for hexane C5. Here I am writing C5. Up to 10 you should remember. Here live is you want to write in examination by using your trials. By using your trials, if you want to write means all 1 hour required for writing these trials only. So that better you remember. Like memory based question, you have to remember how many isomers are possible for different alkanes. Better you remember, because before examination, while study hours, while self study time, you can try. But in examination, like this, if you try, almost time takes for this only. Time management is very important in examination hall. Then better after knowing concept also, sometimes we have to remember something. So for a few compounds like butane, for pentane, for hexane, we can write on board. Otherwise on paper we can try. But for C7, C8, C9, C10, For example, C10 if you take decane, for decane almost 75 isomers are present. Like this you have to try means for writing 75 isomers, it almost it takes, if you write for per second, if you write one, almost it takes 2 minutes. It is not at all possible. For writing carbon only, it will take 1 second. So that minimum half an hour time it requires for writing 75 isomers. So that better you have to remember. For C6 I am writing one more example. C6H14. This is the molecular formula, which is nothing but hexane. 6 carbons are present. So it is hexane molecular formula. For this first one I am writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. This is fourth one, fifth, sixth carbon. Then here H3, H2, H2, here also H2, H2, then H2, H3. This is the N hexane. N hexane we can write. Second one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One carbon I am writing here. Then writing hydrogens at every carbon. Like this. Hydrogen, 2 hydrogens here also, 2 hydrogens here, 3 hydrogens. This is a 2-methyl. It is a 2-methyl pentane. You can observe root word. It is otherwise isohexane. It is also called as isohexane. Otherwise 2-methyl pentane. I am writing here only IUPAC names. Why I am writing IUPAC names means to understand root word is changed here. Otherwise chain length, based on chain length only we can write parental chain. Hex here, pent. If I write IUPAC name, then only we can understand is there change in root word or not. Then third one here I am writing. Third one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One carbon I am writing here. H3, here H2, then here hydrogen, here H3, H2, then H3. This is a 3-methyl, a third carbon, 3-methyl pentane. It is 3-methyl pentane. Then fourth, I am changing root word again. For second and third, there is a change in only position. So that maybe second and third are considered as chain isomers, position isomers. Because here 2-methyl, there 3-methyl. Position of methyl group is changed. So that these two are considered as position isomers, and with respect to 1 and 3, it is chain isomer. With respect to this 1 and 2 also, these two are in this combination is chain isomer. 1 and 3 combination also chain isomer. But 2 and 3 combination, it is position isomer. There is a change in position. In position isomers again we will discuss. Here like this we can write. Here one carbon I am writing. Here one carbon. So here 3 hydrogens. Here it requires only one hydrogen. It requires one hydrogen. Here 3 hydrogens. Here 3 hydrogens. Here also 3 hydrogens. So see, molecular formula is same or not? Molecular formula. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons. Then 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 3, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. 11 plus 3, 14. But it is 2 comma 3 dimethyl. 2 comma 3 dimethyl butane. 2 comma 3 dimethyl butane. So but. Here pent. Root word is changed. There is a change in chain length. So that this is also considered chain isomer. Then one more also we can write for this. What is one more? 1, 2. On one carbon only I am writing 2 alkyl groups like this. Total 6 carbons. Here 3 hydrogens. Here 3 hydrogens. Here 3 hydrogens. Here 2 hydrogens. Here 3 hydrogens. So it is 2 comma 2 dimethyl. 2 comma 2 dimethyl butane. 2 comma 2 dimethyl butane. So this is also chain isomer. So how many chain isomers are possible for this? Total number of chain isomers here are how many? Total number of chain isomers are 5 here. For which one? Hexane. After this, it is not possible. Some more are not possible for 6 carbons containing alkane. That is hexane. For C6H14, 5 isomers are possible. How many isomers are possible for this? See here 1, 2. N-hexane, 2-methyl pentane, 3-methyl pentane, 2 comma 3 dimethyl butane, then 2 comma 2 dimethyl butane. These are the 5 isomers for which compound? For it is hexane. Total 5 isomers are possible. Similarly, we can write for C7H16, then for the C8H18, then C9H20, then C10, then H22. This is heptane, this is octane, then this is nonane, this is decane. The different compounds. For first means methane, ethane, propane. These have no chain isomers. Then butane has only 2. Pentane it has 3. Hexane 5. Then heptane now contain 9. How many? It has 9 isomers. 9 which isomers? Chain isomers. For octane almost it is 18. For octane 18 isomers. For nonane 35. For nonane 35 isomers. For decane 75 isomers. For decane you have to remember this because if you try afterwards, if you have more time, more free time, in this way you can try. If you try, you can get for octane 18, for nonane it is 35, then for decane it is 75 chain isomers. How many chain isomers here? 9. Already for hexane, how many? 5. For hexane 5. First butane again C4H8, C4H10. This is butane. For butane how many? 2. For pentane C5H12. For this how many you got? 3 isomers. Yeah, 2 isomers. First one is this one C4H10. And for butane only 2 isomers. For pentane 3 isomers, 3 chain isomers. Then hexane 5 isomers here are written. Then for heptane we can write, but it takes more and more time because 9 isomers like that, like this you have to think. You can write. You can try for C7H16 afterwards. Even you can write C8H18 octane also. But C935 writing this many isomers requires more time. So better you remember. Decane also you better remember. So this many chain isomers are possible for these compounds. This is about chain isomerism. In next sessions, we'll discuss about position isomerism, then functional isomerism. In next session, we'll try to complete which isomerism, position isomerism, and also functional isomerism. In this session, just you remember what is isomerism I given, types of isomerism, then in structural isomerism, about chain isomerism, complete information I gave. Okay, this much you have to remember in this session. So up to next session, please be safe at your home. Thank you.